What's up, guys? PerfektioN here. In this video, we're going to take a look at rally leading, but like choosing the right targets when you're rally leading. So here's the thing. In my mind, unless you're testing, unless you're doing something like that, rallying a target that's online, I won't rally targets that are online unless their commander's in a prison, their commander's marching, like they got like a 10-minute march on one of my allies, or they're in the control point, which I'll rally them at that, depending on their troops. Now, you know, how do you choose a good target? Well, it depends. If it's kill event, you know, and you scout someone, and they got, even if they're in shit gear, unless you know you're gonna get that 0, you're gonna be able to get to their higher tier troops. If they got a whole bunch of tier 2 troops, you know, just let it be, because you're gonna end up throwing away so many points that it's not gonna be worth it. Now, if they're just in absolute shit gear and their troop setup's not so great, you know, they got some tier 2s, tier 3s, tier 4s, whatever, you know, go ahead and rally them once and see how it looks. You know, I mean, if you win in power and everything, you destroy a shit ton of troops, keep hitting them, you know, bust them up, get that 0. But you know, if it's really dependent on their troop setup. But the reason I say don't rally a target online is because, let's say it's a state enemy, right? An enemy within your state that you're gonna, if you catch them offline or you catch them in shit gear, you're gonna 0 them. That's just how it is. What is going on here? Oh, I thought that was on me, but what we got here? So here's a good, if one of your, just a quick tip, if one of your people's getting rallied, send them like just one resource over and over again. It'll, if they have world notifications on, it'll pop up and give them a little chime on their phone. So it might wake them up and get on and change their gear, because this guy logged out in bad gear. Anyway, but you take a look at the target. If the target's online and they're in shit gear, chances they're going to change gear. And also, even if they're in good gear, if they're in defense gear, well, they're going to boost, you know, health at least, probably, or insignia or something. So that's less troops you're going to kill. Quite frankly, if you're leading rallies, I couldn't give a shit less if your commander gets captured. That's part of leading rallies. That's how it is. But you're when you're rallying those people, you want to choose a target that's offline. Like, for example, they're gonna slip up. Your enemies are gonna slip up. Like, for example, this person slipped up, logged off in what looks like research gear to me, and they're paying the price for it. Let's see here. Let's see what this next hit does. $11,957. If I can reinforce. Well, I can. I don't know what to reinforce. Shit. I was hoping so I can get a report on there, but this is an example. You know, someone, they're gonna slip up. They're gonna log off in the wrong gear. That's when you take advantage. They're not boosted, and you got a chance to take out all their stuff, clean them out, 0 them, take all their resources, take everything. That's what zeroing a target is. 11,957. He lost 203 million power on that one hit. Now, that's pretty rough, because you know that they're losing 104 mil, I believe it is. 104 million for a full rally of T4. Someone's pulling. I'm gonna send one troop in there so I can get a report. But again, so when you see those troops, though, okay, now if they have, you know, really, look for that troop nerf. You know, the troop nerf is like, if let's say they got 200 million troops, and you go looking, and we'll say 180 million of them are T4. Well, you know they're nerfed. I'm sorry, or tier 2. If they're tier 2, you know they're nerfed because they only got 20 mil. I'm sorry. I said it. Just watch this troop nerf because it's 12.5 to 1. So if they're, you know, if you get a scout on them, then you know what they're set up like. So if they have less than that 12.5 to 1 tier 2 to tier 1 ratio, I mean, like, I'm sorry, if they're over it, so if they have like 13 to 1 or something like that, you're gonna get a nerf hit and it's gonna be huge. I mean, I'm talking really huge. You'd be surprised at how huge it's gonna be. God, that's brutal. Lost a little less that time. My guess is they got into... Oh, they capped. He capped. Oh, damn. Who was that? Commanders. Euros. Bomber Guardian. Damn, they got a... I changed gear. Nice. See, this is an online target. They just swapped gear, and see, they were getting burned. Oh, like 200 mil power, and then boom, they turned around and capped that commander. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why you don't rally online targets unless you know you can burn them. You got a scout. Now, if you can get a scout, that changes things because a scout is going to give you that information you need. Now, I'm going to do a way in-depth video on that, but and with this more or less is a video that introduced this kind of a series I'm going to do on rally leading. It's gonna be broke down to a lot like crafting cores. As far as crafting the basic core sets that are there, it's very simple. You can't really screw that up. How to mod those core sets for the maximum damage, really. See, another one I was gonna do was choosing a specialized set bonus, and what was the other one? Choosing a specialized set bonus, and then there was using boosts, insignias, and all that, what to use and when. Now, I'm not going to be doing control point ones just because I'm not really a control point player. I can't stand control point. But anyway, but for now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get working on those other videos. I'm still working on my solo trap series, of course, and I'm just kind of waiting for a kill event right now. I've pretty much got it built. Just got to get a kill event. This account is obviously my main. It's more or less a rally lead account, and so I'll be putting out some videos actually hitting people and why I'm hitting. I'll kind of explain what I'm doing while I'm going. But that, you know, I'll try to get those out there as quickly as I can, you know, because we've been catching people offline. Yeah, I know you guys have seen, or a lot of you have probably seen Payne zeroing out some people, and him and I are in the same alliance, so we end up on the same target sometimes, rotating our core. So he'll be on tactical, I'll be on infantry, and we'll be rotating those, and that's something else I'll cover in a video as well. But like, subscribe, holler at you guys later, peace.